We've had our motorhome for a couple of years now, and now we've just purchased a new motorhome and feel that we can't take, because of the length of the motorhome, we can't take that into town, so we need some other form of transport, and found that cycling is the best way forward for us.
So it was a couple of years ago now, we were at the motorhome show, and the motorhome show had a few e-bikes, and we had a try on a couple in the car park, and realised that was potentially the way forward, didn't we? Because it doesn't matter if there's hills or if it's windy. So some of the things that would sometimes put us off taking the bikes out meant it just gave us more flexibility. So we realised then that we had to come to a bike shop and do a bit more research. So you did the research, didn't you?
Yeah.
Found Rutland Cycling.
The particular bikes that we came down to were the Kalkoff and the Gazelle.
We were looking for something with an integrated battery and with a good quality motor. Yeah, so we whittled it down to a couple of Kalkoff models and some Gazelle, and then we went out on them, cycled down the road here in Cambridge in the icy cold winter. Yeah, and then we picked two out, and they've been fab. We love them. So we enjoyed our motorhoming so much over the last few years, we decided that just doing holidays and weekends wasn't enough, that we wanted to actually do a longer trip. So we started planning 6 months away, travelling around Europe and UK, and we didn't have the right bikes or motorhomes for our trip.
We eventually came across Carthago, which is a quality build German motorhome. It was a new model. It's the liner for two. It's got space in the back garage for two bikes.
It was quite important to us with e-bikes. We wanted not to have the bikes on the back. We wanted them inside the motorhome. So with the Carthago model that we've got, we can actually get the bikes into the motorhome. It's actually very clever. The sofa in the back lifts up to allow you to put the bikes into the garage when we're travelling.
Yeah. We're now in the middle of our 6-month trip or tour. At the moment we've spent a month in the UK and also a month in France, in northern France, in Normandy and Brittany. Used our bikes many times on those trips.
We had some lovely cycle rides. Went to some really good towns. There was Etretat, St Malo, Quimper, and the bikes came in each time. We were cycling sometimes along the coast, through towns, really done it all. It was the 75th anniversary of the Normandy beach landings, and we were there just a few weeks beforehand. So we cycled from Sword Beach, where we were staying, along to Juno Beach, and it was lovely, wasn't it? You can take in so much more when you're on the bike rather than in the car. Really good fun.
So next couple of months we'll be travelling back into France, down the east border of France, maybe into Switzerland, but the main part being into Germany, going to Lake Constance and having a cycle around the lake.
We're going to do the romantic route, which is a couple of 100 miles through the forests of Bavaria, and it has lots of those picturesque castles that you sometimes see in the pictures. So we thought that would be a lovely place cycling around there, so that will be part of our route. We've actually been cycling more than we did when we had normal power bicycles, because if it's windy or if there's a hill between us and where we want to go, it doesn't matter, we're just out there on the bikes, aren't we? So I think we've used them more. I think between us now we've done nearly 200 kilometres, and that's in just over a month.
So we've used the bikes without any problems at all, because we know that we've always got the e-power to get us
home. Yeah, and that's sometimes when you feel really tired, you've gone somewhere and you're all enthusiastic, and then you realise you've got to get home again. It's really nice. You can just put the power on, and it just helps you get back. It's great. I think we found over the months when we were doing our preparation, looking at other people's websites really helpful. Followed a lot of social media, so we thought we'd do the same to help other people. So we found it so helpful ourselves, and you built the website. We tried to write a lot on the blog. We're doing some videos, so we just want to try and share it. And we've had lots of feedback from people, which is really helpful as well.
There's bits on the website, some of the places we've been, some of the experiences we've had, and they may well be useful to other people.
But I think in essence, cycling on e-bikes and motorhoming is the perfect combination, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Because as with motorhomes, it's quite difficult to have transport when you get to the other end. You can't use your motorhome as your car, as you would with a caravan. And so having an e-bike just to give you that flexibility. We feel like we've got a bigger radius now, don't we?
Yeah.
We used to feel like we could go maybe within about 5-10 miles on our old bikes, but now with e-bikes I think we stretch that easily to a 20-mile radius, and it's just great to have that bit more of a parameter and a bit of a help sometimes up the hills.
No real limits really now for cycling.
And I think the other thing to say, probably Rutland Cycling have been so helpful. The advice that we got at the beginning about what types of e-bike might be best for the needs that we had was really helpful. And the service we've had since we bought them, our bikes are here at the moment being serviced while we're doing this. So really good, friendly guys, really helpful.
The shop at Barnwell Road specialises certainly for our needs in e-bikes, and we found there were a large number that we could look at here and try out, so it's excellent.
Yeah, we've actually sent some of our friends here as well, so good.